Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to show you the top French series you can watch on Netflix to learn French. So if you want to know, then definitely stay tuned. Some people might not have access to all the Netflix content around the world, so some shows that I'm mentioning might not be available in your specific country. For that, ExpressVPN is the solution because ExpressVPN hides your server, your local server actually, and you can determine which server you will put on. So you can, for example, be in Brazil and then put on a US server so you will get all the content that is available in the US. It's the best solution for those people who want to have unlimited access to any content anywhere in the world where you are. So your content is actually not restricted to your location, but you can have unlimited access, like I said, to any content around the world. If you don't only want the content from where you are, but you want content from other places too, then definitely make sure to download ExpressVPN. I have the link down below, and I have a coupon code for you, so actually the first 3 months are absolutely free. And like this, you can watch any Netflix series that I'm about to tell you. This is a great solution, so definitely make sure to click the link down below. The first French series I'm going to talk about is called the Hookup Plan in English. In French, it is called Plan Cœur. This plays out in Paris with a group of friends. One of them, this girl named Elsa, she's the main character. After breakup, she moved back with her dad. Basically, the series is about her love life, her non-existent love life. So her friends try to hook her up with a guy, but the thing is, the guy is an escort and she doesn't know. But of course, along the storyline, she gets to find out, and yeah, so the story unfolds. So this is a great show if you want to learn how French is spoken here in Paris. It's absolutely everything is there. Like my previous videos, I've taught you French slang. So many words are in this series. Like right from the first episode you watch, you will hear so many words that I've mentioned in my previous videos on French slang. And don't think that slang is absolutely something that just young people here use. Slang is omniscient here. It's everywhere. I've said this before, in everyday French there's always going to be some sort of slang, so definitely keep up with those slang words and check out the videos I've done about them. And then you can also check out the series, the Hookup Plan, Plan Cœur. Alright, the next series is actually not a series, but it's a kind of reality TV game show I've also mentioned in one of my previous videos, and that is The Circle France. There are 3 versions of The Circle as of now. I think The Circle US, The Circle Brazil I've also talked about, and The Circle France I've also talked about. So The Circle France is also a great way to learn colloquial, everyday, up-to-date French. It's a reality TV show, so it's not scripted, so this is a good thing because people are actually going to talk how they talk in everyday life. So it's very good to learn how French is spoken, because if you watch those old type of movies, French is not spoken like that nowadays. So it's definitely good to watch up-to-date reality TV where you can see how people actually speak nowadays. The Circle France is great for that. I already said it in my previous videos. You can learn so many expressions from this reality game show. You don't have to have like a really high level of French to understand it as well, and you can always go back and forth and learn like that. The show is kind of like a real life social media, so they're all living in their own little apartment. They can't see each other, like 10 candidates I think. They can't see each other, and they have to make themselves like the most popular within the group, so they only communicate through like a live chat called The Circle. So they speak to this thing called The Circle. They can't hear their voices, and the most popular wins. So every week you have to kick out one of the group, and the most popular wins. So it's a real life social media game. Another French Netflix series is called Maniac. In English, in French it is just called Mytho, and I also told you what mytho means in French in one of my previous slang videos. You see, I'm telling you, there's so much slang in French language. It pops up everywhere, in movie titles, in series, like everywhere. So mytho is the title, and mytho, I said, is basically like a liar, someone who lies. It's a mytho. So this is the title of this series, and it's basically about a woman who is called Elvira, and she is typical like busy mom working with kids at home, and her husband is cheating on her, and she then has a doctor's appointment because she thinks that she might be ill, but actually the doctor is telling her that everything is fine. But what she does is basically she drags on this lie that she has cancer. What is in the beginning a small lie becomes like a huge thing. So this is also pretty interesting to watch if you want to learn also like other kind of speech, if you want to learn how everyday things within like a family, how they're set, for example, because the first episode begins with them being like at the family table and, you know, having normal everyday conversations like taking a lunch bag and things like that, you know. So this is also a good show to watch if you want to learn everyday common French. And Mortel is like a teenage drama thriller kind of. It revolves around 3 teenagers who have gained like a superpower after having made a pact with some kind of voodoo being. So they gain these superpowers and then they're about to like resolve a murder. I've only watched a few bits of this series, but this is also a good one if you want to learn, because it's a teenage kind of thriller drama. So there will definitely also be a lot of slang in there, just how young French people speak. So that's also a good series to watch. I think all of the series have different aspects to their language side. So all of the series have different kind of languages in them that you can concentrate on and watch. Because if you watch just one type of series of movies, you can definitely get trapped into watching only movies or series which have this like type of speech that is not very like everyday language, and it is not very like up to date. So it's definitely good to diversify the type of series you're watching so you can acquire different kind of speeches that you have in different areas of life. Another series that I haven't yet watched but is one of the popular French series on Netflix is definitely Le Chatelet in French. In English it is called The Chatelet, and Chatelet in French would be castle in English. So it is basically about, it starts with the reunion of childhood friends who go to this remote castle for vacation, I think. And once they're there, they find themselves like cut off from the world completely, and a secret from the past and reveals itself. So after that, they're going through a whole lot of things there at the castle, and like just basically struggling to survive over there. So a whole lot of things happen there. This also sounds very tense but quite interesting to watch. So if you're interested in that, you can also definitely watch Le Chatelet. Another very popular French Netflix series is definitely The Black Spot. In French it is called Zone Blanche, which is literally translated white zone, but in English they call it The Black Spot. So this series is about a little fictional town where a head officer, police officer, tries to get behind the reason why the murder rate in this little town is 6 times higher as the national rate. So they try to get behind it, and it's basically because there is this dark forest in this town, close to this town. So a lot of murders happen in this forest, so they're trying to get behind that. If you like beginner to intermediate learner, then the first series are definitely easier to understand because they have more of an everyday language, more of not so much technical. Like as an English beginner, I wouldn't watch Law and Order. So it's normal that those kind of series can be a little bit harder to understand in the beginning. So I definitely recommend the first series I mentioned before because they are easier to understand, and they're also like teen series, so they're definitely easier to understand. Reality kind of shows are also definitely easier to understand. Another popular French series is called Call My Agent in English. In French it is called 10%, which is literally translated 10%. But in English it's called Call My Agent. So this series is about 4 agents working in a talent agency, and they're trying to rescue this agency after the sudden death of the founder. So they're trying to juggle their business with their personal lives, and you can see like behind the scenes because it's a talent agency, so they're dealing with celebrities and stuff. So this might also be an interesting series to watch. If you want to watch, then definitely check out 10% Call My Agent. Another series is called The Eddy. The Eddy is about a New Yorker who moves to Paris trying to open up a jazz club. He's like struggling and all the things that come with it, so to establish this jazz club. This is also good if you like music, if you like jazz music. There's a fusion of like French music, jazz music, and a little bit of everything, so this is also a good series to watch. And this series will be partially in English and also French. Alright, those were the most popular series according to me on Netflix. French series I think are suitable to learn French with. Of course, there's so many more French series, but as I said, not every series is suitable for example, beginners to intermediate learners, and I know that most of you are either beginners or intermediate learners and not so much advanced, but of course there's so many other series. So definitely make sure to check out ExpressVPN if you're trying to watch those French series and you don't have them available in your country. Definitely make sure to click on that link and get 3 months off, 3 months completely free, so you can try it out and see how you like it. And also write down in the comments if you have any other suggestions of any other French series that you like to watch on Netflix, so we can share here our tips on this community. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.